This tutorial is going to help us to understand the database function, how we can actually use it in Excel. Alright, so database function is actually more advanced than the other functions we are used to, which is just the sum, the average, the max, the mean, the if, and the rest of that. So this database function is actually more advanced, and it can actually make our work even more simpler and easy for us to go about with. Alright, this database function, you can only identify this database function when you find a D attached to a function. Now, for instance, if you look here, we are seeing the DSUM, DAVERAGE, DMAX, DMIN. Also, we have the D count and the rest of that. So the database function is actually having a D attached to a function. Alright guys, so before we proceed, I would like us to now take a look at our top data here, which is the first name, the last name, the email, and the rest of it. So all of these, let's say all of these are our data as we actually want to use the database function on. So each of them, when you look at it, you'll be seeing a drop down arrow. Now if I should click on this, you see them, all the names are being added here. So all of these were inserted. I used the filter though in inserting it. Alright, so we're going to be making use of all of this. Then if you look at this other side where you have the age, the salary, and the department, now this is going to be our criteria, which is going to help us to get the sum, the average, the max, and the mean. So this is just what we're going to be getting for today. We're going to be getting this, and I tell you, if you are done learning how to use this, definitely you are good to go using the database function in Excel. Alright guys, so let's quickly dive in. Alright, so we are going to be starting with this. So first, let's get in our criteria. Now the age. Let's say we want to get for the age of let's say those at the age of 32. I'll put in my 32. Then okay, I'll just keep this for now. Then department. Let's say the department will be using the secretary. Alright, secretary. Alright, good. So we're actually going to come back to the salary though, but I want us to just, let's take for instance, I want to just deal with just two criteria first. Alright, so I'm just going to be having this. Then I come down here, the sum, that is which I'm going to be starting with. So first I'll put in my equal to, like always. If you have actually been following us on our other tutorials, you see that we're always beginning with equal to. So if you like to learn, maybe start from the basic in understanding some of these functions and basic formulas in Excel, you can do well to hit this video right up here. Alright, we want to get the sum now. So this is what we're going to be doing here. Alright, so you put in your equal to sign first, then you type in the sum. Alright, this is it here, so I'll click on it. Then the next is the database. This is it right here. So I'll come to highlight the database. This is our database here. Good. Then the field. Now I want to go for the age here. So I'll come here to find the age. This is the age here. So it is actually the 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth column. So I'll put in my comma first and then put 4. Put in my comma for the next one, then the criteria. I'll highlight this, which is the criteria. Then I hit my enter. Now when I hit my enter, this is actually the sum. So now how can we actually prove that this is actually the sum? This is it here. So the age is 32. So I'll come here to my filter. I will unselect all of them and select only 32. Then I hit OK. Alright, then the department is the secretary. So the secretary. So I'll come to the department here and then select all, highlight all the secretary. I click my enter. So this is it. This is the only two that are remaining. So for the age, this is it, 64. It is actually the same process when it comes to the database function. It is actually the same process we use, but this time around we are not going to be typing in the sum. We are going to be typing in the average. So like I said, when it comes to the database function, you should always be having a D before the function. For the D average, or putting my equal to first. Like I said, putting your equal to first. Then I put in the average. This is it here. I click on it, the average. Now if you watch this, it's actually the same process with the sum, but just that we're putting in the sum while this one is the average. So database, or highlight my database. This is my database. I put in I comma and then field. the age 32. I'll come here and select this. Is either I highlight this age, or I can pick the column 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth column. I'll put in 4, put my comma, and then the last one is the criteria. This is our criteria. So you see why this criteria is actually important. Then I hit my enter. Now I've gotten this for 32. So if I should actually use the filter, you'll find out that I got this. The average is 32. All right, so now we're going to go for the max, but this time around, let's put in the salary. Let's add the salary here. Let's say the salary is $2,000. So those at the age of 32 that collects or that earns $2,000 and they are secretary, that is what will be added here. So if there is any, it will be added here. If there are none, it would be added. All right, so like I said, always putting your equal to first. Then we start with DMAX. This is it here. Double click on it. Database first. We highlight the database. All right, then the next one is the field. Do not forget your comma first. Then the field for, we are going to be going for the age still 4. Or instead, let's go for the salary this time around, which is 6. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put in my 6, put in the comma, and then the criteria. This is it here, and then hit enter. So you see this is it here, 2000. So that is to tell you that we're only having this. It is just one. Assuming there is actually another one, it will now be 4000. So this is it here. It is just 2000, which is 1. All right. Then lastly is the mean. We're going to put in the mean. This is it. Double click to add it. The database. Always remember that this is actually your database. Then you put in the comma, the field. So we are going to be coming now over to the age, which is 32 and 4. So, okay, this time around, let's decide to highlight it. We highlight this, it's in my comma, and then the criteria. This is my criteria. Then I hit enter. All right, so this is it here. This is the mean 32. So this is just like the simple way of going with your database function in Excel. All right, guys, so do not forget this particular function in database is actually one of the most simple function, and it is actually like the advanced. So if you are actually used to this now, then you are actually good to go with your database function. All right, guys, so if you have any question, do not forget to drop it in the comment section, and I will get back to you on any question you are having. And do not forget, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification, and stay updated for more videos. I'm going to see you guys in our next video. So if you'd like to learn some other Excel functions, now we are trying to make your skill concerning Excel to be more broad and bigger. So if you'd like to learn more, which you should do, and it's actually going to help you to understand database function even more. All right, so do well to just click the next video, and I'll see you guys right there.